Hey Libra, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your weekly pick a card reading where we're talking all about your monthly theme, the Hermit, which is finding your own guidance and inner wisdom, and the weekly theme of freedom. So this is talking about total autonomy and ownership over your choices and how it may feel like you may not feel like you have total freedom over your choices because there isn't one choice that's going to lead you towards the life that you want. But when you realize that you have, even if it takes a million small choices, that you still always, you're in control of your choices. And so that you do have the ability to steer your ship in the direction that you want, even if it's one tiny small choice at a time, only if you are the owner of your choices. So I'm using Sacred Rebels and Vibrant Soul Tarot. I have stack 1, 2, 3. They're timestamped below, so you can skip to the one or more than one that you feel is meant for you. If none of these resonate, that's all right. I do personal readings, and my Etsy page where you can find that is linked below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm really close to 50 subscribers. So I'm so grateful for all of you that are here already. And when I hit 50, I'm going to do a big thank you reading with several pick-a-cards, many different ones about different stuff. Okay, stack 1. Okay, Princess of Pentacles in reverse. The Ace of Cups. Going beyond normal. Okay. Reverse Princess of Pentacles. Practicality, it says on here. So logic and strategy are tools that have their place, but they are an incomplete toolkit. Your intuition and your feelings are what flesh that out and make all the pieces. Batteries not included, or whatever. I'm trying to think of like a toy that you get where it's like one part of it. It's like all the pieces that it shows on the box aren't actually in there. You have to buy those separately. So this is where you have the whole kit, you have the whole thing when you get your intuition, your feelings on board with it and complete the collection, complete the toolkit. So this is talking about adjusting your approach to decision making, integrating love into each small choice that you make. This Ace of Cups, it doesn't feel in this reading like this big overflowing well of love in one big drowning of emotion. It feels like, how can you take this love and add it as an ingredient into every single thing? So it's not just like drenching and saturating one area of your life, but it is permeating and lifting up the entire structure. And so it's as though you've decided to steer your ship in a direction of something that fills your cup in a way that following the rules just can't and hasn't for you. And so your love and your heart, they can't be bottled up, while pragmatism, or practicality as it says here, runs the show. So it feels a little bit like this week you'll be coloring outside the lines, and that you will be choosing a heart-centered way of making your decisions. All right, stack 2, you have Justice in reverse, the Hanged Man in reverse, Bring It into Form. Ooh, I like this with the reversed Hangman. Okay. Oops. Let's see. With the Hangman in reverse, it is time to come out of observer mode and take a more active role. And so it's as though you've been dreaming away, and now it's time to bring those dreams to life in a very tangible and tactile, visible way. So take that next step towards your inspiration, and whatever that means to make it real. Paint it, choreograph it, draw it, write it, sing it, film it. Keeping it all in concept, keeping it just up in here as an idea or a thought form is throwing off the flow of new ideas. This Justice in reverse. And so you have to process it out so that new ones can come in and keep the flow going. Those ideas aren't for hoarding. Therefore, they're meant to be, those ideas were given to you. I don't want to call it an assignment, but it is how Source creates, how the divine creates, is through us. It doesn't point a finger and that thing pops up in the world. It implants the idea and the inspiration in you, and you do the work. And so, get to it. Oh, I'm making a giant mess. All right, hang on. Stack 3. You have, let's disorient it for a second. Wheel of Fortune. The King of Cups in reverse. Follow your own rhythm. So follow your own rhythm is perfect with this Wheel of Fortune in this deck because it says cycles right there. So that's their keyword for this particular, in this deck. So with this King of Cups in reverse, there may be a degree to which you aren't honoring your cycles of like when it's time to have effort or surrender, discipline versus letting go, generosity versus self-care. It's making me think of that song. To everything, turn for. It's something about there's just like a time for everything. A time to reap, a time to sow, a time to laugh, a time to whatever. I don't know the song, but it's old and you'll know what I'm talking about, I hope. A time to laugh, a time to, I would sing it, which would be helpful, but that would not be helpful. Anyway, you get my point, I'm pretty sure. So you may be tied to, I'm feeling like with this reverse King of Cups that you are tied to some kind of external cycle. And that external cycle is out of time with what you need. And so I don't know if that's because you don't trust what you need and trust your internal cycle, whether it is that you can't hear it. But this reverse King of Cups isn't moving forward because he's mired in anxiety or depression. And depression and anxiety can be worsened when you try to fight them and try to come up out of them prematurely. When you try to reach out for help or ask, try to spin it and try to pull yourself out of it before you're ready. You need to sit with that and you will come out of it on your own in the right time. And so listening to what it's trying to tell you is out of phase. It's like a timing belt. You get that fixing in a second. All right, Libra, I'll talk to you in a week. Thank you.